Creative presentation has helped me by allowing me the opportunity to gain more experience on presenting. The goal of the course seems to be to present effective communication. It forces people who hate speaking in front of crowds to do what they hate most. This course has allowed me to connect with people in other degree programs. Creative presentation has helped me to be able to effectively work as a team. By working in our groups, I was able to gain insight from people who have different interests and views on things. Creative presentation has helped me learn how to communicate more. Usually, it would take me a while to create new friends, but through this course, I've been able to connect with people faster. In high school, I was more of an introvert. I would talk to anyone who would approach me, but would rarely approach anyone else. At Full Sail, I do not want to do that. I have to open up more, to step out of my comfort zone. This is the only way I'll be able to network effectively, and networking is a big deal in this industry. This class has helped me to break away a little bit of that shell. In creative presentation, I've learned how to pace myself. I've realized that I tend to speak faster whenever I'm nervous, which is not very effective when presenting. So to help with fixing that issue, I volunteered to speak to the crowds for presentations, although I'm full of nerves whenever I do so. In addition, one of the projects that we had to work on as a group was to create a presentation that convinced our target audience, Marvel lovers, to watch anything DC. In this presentation, we had a few complications. We all had different ideas on how to go about this project, but in the end, we were able to work together and create one decent presentation. Furthermore, I would not really say that this course has increased my desire to learn more about making a creative presentation. It is more of a necessity in this industry, but it has helped remind me of what I can incorporate in my projects to make them better. This course has really just been a recap of some of the things I've learned in high school, like analyzing the TED Talks as well as learning tips for persuading the audience. Anywhere you go, you have to learn how to communicate, whether it's at a restaurant or the biggest job interview of your life. There's no way around it. Businesses typically are not successful unless they use effective communication, and that's the same for working on a film set. I believe creative presentation was a great first class to start us off with. We will be able to use the things that we have learned in this class to help us in every other class we have while attending Full Sail. Although we may not have seen the class as a necessity while in it, we will be grateful further on in our journey when we finally make those connections. For example, let's say you are in that job interview. Our final projects from creative presentation gave us insight on how that should be set up. We need to research our target audience, make connections with them, and show them just how useful we can be if they made us a part of their team. As we've learned in this class, little things matter. You have to be able to relate to your audience, use their diction, use visuals that are easy to follow along. All of these things, along with your qualifications, can help you stand out among the rest. And that is what you want, isn't it? So if you've been just blowing this class off, I would recommend you try a lot harder in the next ones because you are already starting off on the wrong foot. Slacking is not going to motivate anyone to hire you or take you seriously. You have to be one step ahead of everyone else. Work harder on everything you do. People are going to want to hire and work with the go-getters, so they know that they will succeed in whatever they're working on. So I would just like to say thank you to Mr. Chris for teaching us how to communicate effectively. You have been a really big help on preparing us for the next part of our lives.